You're obsessed with productivity. You're obsessed with self improvement. There's always something to fix, a better version of you to become, a new routine to perfect. We scroll through our social media feeds and we see everyone leveling up their bodies, leveling up their mindsets, and we see everyone's glow up. And somewhere deep inside, we start to feel as though we are not enough. But what if I tell you that it's all this striving to get better that's actually keeping us stuck? What if in trying so hard to evolve, we're going farther and farther away from who we really are? Hi, friends, I'm Pearl. And this is Living with Intention. Today, we're going to explore the hidden cost of self improvement, the side of growth that no one talks about, the burnout, the self criticism or self judgment, and the quiet belief that you will only be worthy once you get there. Let's be very honest, the self improvement industry is booming. Podcasts, books, courses, seminars, all promising to help you fix what's wrong with yourself or help you become a better version of yourself. And don't get me wrong, this video is not a video that seeks to bash self improvement or growth. As a matter of fact, it's supposed to do the opposite. Growth is beautiful, but this video is going to talk about what happens when growth becomes an addiction. And it starts very subtly. One day you wake up and you think, if I can just become more productive, or if I could just become more fit or more confident, then I'll finally feel good about myself. And this kind of growth does not come from a place of self acceptance. It comes from a place of self criticism, where you think of yourself like a machine, something to fix. And what happens is we no longer grow from a place of love or from a place of lack. You're not improving yourself or growing because you want to. You're doing so because you think that there's actually something wrong with who you currently are. You're performing growth, not embodying it. And that performance becomes exhausting. It's like you're on a treadmill. You're going really, really fast, but you're still in the same position. And the funny thing is, the moment you pause, the moment you even want to rest a bit, the voice of your self critic tells you that you're being left behind. There's actually a name for this feeling. Psychologists call it the arrival fallacy. It's the belief that your happiness lies in another version of you. You tell yourself, once I lose that weight, or once I get that job, or once I fix my mindset, then I'll be happy. But let me tell you what really happens. You reach that milestone, the satisfaction lasts maybe a week, and then your brain whispers, what's next? And without realizing it, you're building a life where you're constantly chasing being worthy. You've made your peace conditional. You've told yourself that rest is something that you have to earn. And the scariest part of this is that it never ends because there's always someone online doing something more. And so your mind keeps shifting the goalpost. And that's why it's called the arrival fallacy, because you never actually arrive. The first hidden cost of an addiction to self improvement is that you lose yourself. And it's ironic because you're trying to improve to become the best version of yourself, but you can improve so much that you lose yourself. You stop being a person and you become this project that is constantly under construction. Everything becomes a part of your do list. You're no longer reading books for fun, and books are fun. You're reading it to meet your 52 books a year goal. You can't walk for fun anymore. It has to be your 10K step goal. You can't even read novels. It has to be a self help book. You can't rest. It has to be active or productive rest. And suddenly, the little things that are actually meant to give you joy on the journey of growth become a chore, because it's no longer about connection. It's no longer about transformation. It's actually just become a performance. So self improvement becomes self surveillance or self criticism. You're constantly monitoring how far you've come and how much further you have to go. The truth is, real growth, and I mean the kind of growth that doesn't cost you your happiness, your connections, and your relationship sometimes doesn't look to the eye like progress. Sometimes real growth looks like doing less. It looks like sitting in silence, being still, or saying no to the things that you thought excited you before. In a generation that makes it look like growth is all about adding and adding, I'm here to tell you that true self development, true self improvement isn't about adding. It's more so about subtracting what no longer feels authentic to you. The version of you that's always hustling, always looking for something to fix about you, always trying to improve, that's not the highest version of you. That's the scared version of you. The part of you that is scared that as you are, you're not worthy of love. But when you begin to trust that you are enough and that you are worthy, growth becomes softer. You no longer chase growth, you simply allow it. You create space for alignment, not perfection. So, like I said earlier, the problem is not with improving ourselves. What is the motivation for our desire for growth? And I have a mindset shift to offer you today. Stop asking, how can I fix myself? Because, baby, you're not broken. Stop asking, how can I improve myself? Because God has made you fearfully and wonderfully. Instead, ask yourself, how can I honor myself? Because the idea of improving yourself actually implies that there's something broken in you or something that you need to fix. But when you think about it as you honoring yourself, then that's love. That's where peace lies. You realize that as you stop chasing this next version of you, you make room for the present version of you to just breathe. You start noticing the joyful things again. Your life is now something you can live, not optimize. And ironically, that's when you actually get the deepest forms of transformation and growth, not forcefully, but naturally. This concept is also found in scripture, but it differs fundamentally from the world's current concept or version of self improvement. Biblically, we are not meant to chase growth or chase self improvement. The key distinction is the motivation behind our growth and the source of the power. Growth is God centered and spirit led. It's aimed at glorifying God and serving others, not serving ourselves. The world teaches you that you should grow to become better than others. But this kind of growth is not a self centered pursuit for personal gain or to increase your own self esteem through your own willpower. This kind of growth is a transformation that comes by dying to self and depending on God. So, yes, the Bible encourages us to grow and mature, but this growth is rooted in humility, a deep relationship with God, and a selfless desire to honor Him and serve others. This takes away pride and this takes away anxiety, living in constant fear that we are falling behind. So maybe today you don't need another book or another course or to join another seminar. Maybe what you need to do is pause and breathe and remember that your worth was never tied to your progress. This addiction to productivity and to constantly improve yourself is costing you your relationship. How many of us have in the past, because of a diet we're on, refused to have dinner with our loved ones, or because of one productive course or book that we're currently reading, deny ourselves the freedom to just hang out with the people we love and have a good laugh? How many of us have reduced our self esteem and, in fact, incited self hatred by constantly looking at our lives like something to fix instead of something to honor? How many of us don't even know who we are anymore because we never actually introspected and because we kept on comparing ourselves to people on social media, believing that there was something wrong with us that needed fixing? At the core of intentional living is realizing that life flows, it's not forced. Think about nature, for instance. You see the trees, they bloom in spring and in summer, and in autumn, the leaves fall away. It gives us an idea as to how the seasons of our life may be. There are certain times where you are super productive and you're getting 15 projects done at the same time. Your energy is up there during the year. There's certain seasons in your life also where you don't start any new project. You're simply maintaining what it is you've already begun. And there are certain times in your life where you rest and allow life ebb and flow through you. That period of rest does not hamper productivity. It's actually a necessary part of that cycle. Now, if this message resonates with you, I would love for you to share it with someone else who's probably also stuck on this self help hamster wheel. Hit the like button if this video gave you even a little bit more perspective, and subscribe for more mindful conversations every Tuesday. Until next time, remember that growth is not about becoming more, it's about becoming real. Bye, guys.